How's it going, everybody? Troy Casey coming to you from Glenwood Springs. We've got our April releases that I'm pumped to show you about. First up, we've got Vanilla Leaner, our collab with Side Project. Next up, we've got one of our most popular beers in the tap room, Funky Blender Habanero with peppers. Next up, we've got Spotlight, which is our rye farmhouse ale with Merlot grapes. And then last but not least, we've got Undertone with raspberries. So we got some awesome blends, can't wait to tell you about them. Okay, first up for April's releases, we've got Vanilla Leaner, our collab with Side Project. This one, we take whole Madagascar vanilla beans, we chop them up, we soak them in something special, and then we age it on the beer with no fruit at that point, because we've already racked it off the fruit, for about 2 weeks on the fresh whole Madagascar vanilla beans. So in the nose, we get tons of vanilla, tons of peach. What's fun about releasing these beers this late in the year is that it brings the anticipation of summer when we get these fresh peaches. So we were just in Palisade this weekend. We saw the peach tree starting to blossom. It was really cool. So this is just fun and exciting to get to see what's coming next. Tons of vanilla, tons of peach, intense, perfect pairing. It's like a dessert in a glass. It's very lively. All right, next up we've got Undertone Raspberry. So these raspberries come to us from the Pacific Northwest. And these are red raspberries. We get them from a small grower. The funny story about this is that one time in the last year, they accidentally replied all, and when they were supposed to be doing like an internal, that's perfect, like an internal email when they were talking about me as a customer, and I had to reply and be like, hey, I just kind of saw everything you just said. But anyway, they're a small business as well, so even though they're not from Colorado, they're still a small business, and it's always fun to get those insights into other people's worlds. And it all worked out, but anyway. Undertone, our oat farmhouse ale with about 2 pounds per gallon of Oregon red raspberries. Love the foam. It just always reminds me of the first framboise that I ever tried from Belgium. The like super sweet, but it's always just nostalgic for me. It always reminds me of that. Super tasty, medium to low acid, intense, some sweetness from the berries. It's a great one. All right, next up we got Spotlight Merlot. This one comes, these fruit comes to us from Palisade. So these are Palisade Merlot grapes. Love that foam. Foam is sometimes hard to achieve with the grape beers because of the oils that are in the grape seeds, but we've got some nice foam. We've got some nice bubbles. I mean, this is like, to me, with the rye, the complex different flavors that we get from the rye, with the grapes, we get tons of the, or not tons, but like a perfect amount of the Merlot grapes. Like this is like a rosé from that aspect, which is what we're looking for when we don't do these preserved versions. It's really nice. Super complex in the nose, lots of flavor, medium to low acid again, nice. Back to that. All right, last but not least, we've got Funky Blender Habanero. So this is a batch that we did after the success of the first East Bank jalapeno blend. So we took it up, we switched it up this time, and we did Funky Blender with habaneros. And so this has been on tap a little bit here at our tap room with great success. And we wanted to switch it up. So we tried Funky Blender, but with habanero. We treat the peppers just like we do fruit. So we go to the store, we buy the organic stuff, we age it in a tank just like we would on fruit. So after about a week or so aging on the peppers, we transfer it and we package it, bottle condition it just like normal. With the habaneros, I was always worried about like, would it be too much heat? But it's like the perfect, to me, I like heat. It's a perfect amount of heat, tons of pepper flavor, not overwhelming, but very distinctive and unique. It's one of our top sellers here for our sours when we have these pepper beers on tap, and so it's definitely not a gimmick. We're trying to do it the right way, and it's been doing really well here. So cheers, everybody.